निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। निधये सर्वविद्यानां षजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। पारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम्। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः। Now the 6 slokas. Om Shri Ganeshaye Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Teshamevanukampartham Aham Ajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatmabhavasthaha Jnanadipena Bhasvata Jyotishamapi Tajyotihi Tamasah Paramuchyate Jnanam Gneyam Jnanagamyam Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham Avitramiha Vidyate Tatsvayam Yoga Samsiddhaha Kalenatmani Vindati Jnanena tu tadajnanam Esham Nashitamatmanaha Teshamadithyavajnanam Nakashayati Tatparam Yathai Dhamti Samidhoknihi Bhasmasat Kuruterjuna Jnanagni Sarvakarmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tatha Yasya Sarve Samarambhaha Kamasankalpa Varjitaha Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam Tamahu Panditam Budhaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Shashtodhyayaha Dhyana Yogaha. Om Narayana Paro Vyaktate Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantaspi me lokaha Saptadvipacha Medini. Om Hardam Swagatam. Harati, welcome to the next session on the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Dhyana Yoga. Now, we will now chant shloka number 11, which we learned in the last class. Okay. We are not done Padavibhaganmaya, right? It is not yet done. We started shloka number 11. Yes, okay. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Shuchau Deshe Pratisthapya Sthiramasanamaatmanaha Natyuchritam Nati Nicham Chailajina Kushottaram. Together. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Shuchau Deshe Pratisthapya Sthiramasanamaatmanaha Natyuchritam Nati Nicham Chailajina Kushottaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, by now, we should have understood that dhyana or meditation is a very, very important sadhana. Point 1. It is also the highest sadhana that one can do. What are the different types of sadhanas? No, all your karma. Kayikam karma, vachikam karma, manasam karma. In Kayikam karma, right from morning Sandhyavandhanam to puja, japa, no, all those things you're doing is Kayikam karma. Vachikam karma, all the chanting, Veda Parayanam, what Subramanian chanted, Bhagavad Gita, Shankara stotras, all this is what? Vachikam karma. Manasam karma, there are two types, write down. One is called as upasana, another is called as dhyanam. There is a technical difference between upasana and dhyanam. I will take upasana for more detail during the Upanishad classes. Upasana is a sadhana where you superimpose a higher reality over a lower reality. For example, you take a saligramam, a stone. Superimpose Mahavishnu. That means what? On that saligramam, you have to superimpose all the qualities of Mahavishnu. Similarly, on a Shivalingam, Parameshwara Tattvam. And it is more based on Vedic Upanishad based, kind of superimposed. It's also a form of meditation, but it is superimposition where you will need to understand the qualities of the higher reality you are superimposing on the lower reality. For example, whoever has taken a traditional japam, there is something called as dhyanam during japam. There's a upasana mantram for every devata that you are doing a japam on. For example, on Subramanya Swami, you are taking a japam. There is a particular shloka. Sindhura runamindu kanti vadanam 𝐒𝐤 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐚. So you need to understand the meaning of this shloka. And when you close the eyes, you'll be able to create the form. Either you should have a physical form of Subramanya Swami in front of you and able to superimpose all the qualities on that particular form, or mentally you should be able to visualize the form. That is called upasana. Whereas in dhyanam, which you are going to learn here, there are two types of dhyanam. One before getting jnanam, where you focus on one entity. So maybe a form of flame or a flower, you have to close your eyes and create the form and focus only on that so that you get ekagra chittam. That is dhyanam. The meditation that you do after getting jnanam is called nididhyasanam, where you constantly re-emphasize your true nature, which is nothing but what? Pure consciousness. That's what we're going to understand. If dhyanam was not a very important sadhana, Bhagavan would not have spent one full chapter on dhyanam. But understand what I'm saying? Dhyanam is a very important sadhana for you to realize the ultimate truth or knowledge, which is called as jnanam. Rajasagar, clear, no? Huh? Is there a lot of noise? Background noise is there, is it? Okay. I think I'll have to switch off something here. Okay. I'm in a different location, so everything's a change. Things have changed. Okay, anyway, continuing. Okay, now, so in dhyanam, the first step, now there's no noise, right? Okay, now there's no noise. Okay. So in dhyanam, the first step is called as bahiranga sadhana, which you have to practice throughout your life. Whether you do antaranga sadhana, dhyanam or not, your bahiranga sadhana has to be practiced. As and when you get maturity, you get time, you're able to understand that traditional dhyanam is important. Then you get to antaranga sadhana, but bahiranga sadhana is a constant practice. Unless you become proficient in bahiranga sadhana, antaranga sadhana, that is the actual meditation process, will not be very successful. You can still you have to keep trying both. Doesn't mean you become only perfect in bahiranga sadhana and you start antaranga. So practice both together. So what does Bhagavan say? Bahiranga sadhana is over. In antaranga sadhana, that means what? When you get into the field of meditation, that particular location you get into, where you want to sit down and do dhyanam. First is the place. Now, can somebody quickly summarize if you have been attentive? The place should be what? Clean, separated only for you, and you should do dhyanam in isolation. That means what? You should not do in group. Okay, at that time, forget about your family, husband, wife, Ramesh Venkateshan. That time, because you are supposed to withdraw from everything, including your own body. That is why Bhagavan is saying you should do it rahasi. Rahasi means, technically means secretive. Here, functionally, it means that what? It should be alone. Ekante. Clear? First point. Then, second is you have to have restrained body and mind and no desires and no possession. That's already understood in sloka number 10. Sloka number 11, the spot that you are choosing should be very clean. You should not have a lot of dirt and other things around, because cleanliness is next to godliness, both external and internal. So make sure the place is clean, which means if you have to wipe the place, go ahead and do it. Don't say, today my maid servant didn't come, my wife didn't clean the place, so I will sit on a place that is dirty. Don't say that. Clear? Huh? You yourself should clean it, and clean it before you take bath. Clean it and then sit down, and then in that place is clean. Then, now second point is you have to sit firm. That means what? Your body should be, now all of you know, start practicing. Sit down. Sit firmly. That means what? There should be no movement of the body. You should be able to observe that your entire physical body is without any movement. I have sent one picture, right, of the Bhagavan in the Dhyanam posture. Have you seen? No, that's a very good. That's the reason I keep on sending it by WhatsApp. A lot of you switch on camera. DVR Shastri, Balachanayar, Shanti Shri. You cannot see whether you're sitting properly or not. This is now a practical meditation guide I'm going to take now. Clear? Huh? So all of you have to sit down firmly and fix yourself on the seat. That means whether you're sitting on the ground or on a chair, depending on your comfortable situation. Some people cannot sit on the ground and squat your legs. No, you have to sit firmly. And two types of asanas are preferred. In fact, there are three types of asanas you can sit. Write down. One. So I'm combining the yoga margam that Patanjali has told and the traditional dhyanam that Bhagavan is saying. First is called Sukhasana. Sukhasana is normal folding of the legs. That means what? Both the legs are what? 𝐿𝐵 are like this. Okay. Normal Sukhasana. So with respect to the legs, I'm telling. Okay. That is the ankle portion, the bottom portion of the leg. Second pose, if you can try, it's called Ardha Padmasana, where one leg is kept on top of another leg. Clear? Huh? Normally, you should keep the right leg on top of the left leg. That is the second pose that you can try. The third pose is Padmasana. Anybody knows Padmasana? Huh? So if you practice, you can easily sit in Padmasana. And it is very good to practice Padmasana. So these three are recommended. But either of the pose, if you're sitting on a chair, also you try to buy a big chair. The chair should be good enough for you to fold your legs if possible. If you're not able to fold your legs, please put a leg down and keep some support at the bottom. Don't touch the leg on the ground. So no part of the body should be touching the ground when you are doing dhyanam. So when you are buying that particular whatever yoga mat, I said, let it be big enough. Don't do Kanchi and buy a small one. So some people think that only sitting on the back is enough on the mat. Leg can be on the ground. No need. Buy a big one where entire leg, everything is fully on the mat. Clear? Huh? So far it's clear. Somebody can acknowledge 3-4 people. So Bhagavan is saying you should firmly fix your seat. First of all, the seat also should be stable. The seat should not be, dancing. whatever you got the base, that should not be in a dancing state. Clear? So that should be stable, and your body should be firmly seated on that particular seat. Clear? Bhagavan recommends traditionally what 𝐒𝐫𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐤 Uttaram means, I'll tell you, Anvaya and meaning I'll tell you, one over the other. So if you got darbha grass, so that is kusha grass, and then olden days they used to have the skin of a deer or a tiger, and on top of that put a clean cloth and sit on. That is the traditional one. Today we cannot do because as we discussed, PETA people will be behind you, right? So buy yoga mat. I think all of you know yoga mat, right? There's a lot of good yoga mat available. So buy the yoga mat and let it be slightly thick. Don't be very thin mat. Slightly thick, okay? And importantly, you should be comfortable in that particular seat. See, neither the seat nor your posture should be a source of disturbance. Are you getting what I'm saying? Should be comfortable. That's the reason whether you are in what? Sukhasana, Ardha Padmasana, Padmasana, or your leg being down with some support to the bottom. All are fine. Importantly, you should be able to be sitting in a very stable position. There should be no unnecessary natural movement. Clear? Are you able to sit now? Try once, okay, for 5 seconds. Sit down like this, and then what? The seat should not be too high or too low. No, as I said, it is too high. As I said, somebody went on top of a compound and then fell down from there while doing dhyanam. See, you are not even started the dhyanam. While closing the eyes, you'll forget the body. And slowly, if you are not stable enough, you can fall off from that high compound or something. So make sure that it is in a very stable position, not too high nor too low. If it is too low also, that means what? You're choosing a bank of a river which is very low, water may come on you. So these are the important things with respect to what? With respect to asanam. Write down. That means what? Asanam, the seat that you are using and your posture is extremely important. Clear so far? Okay. So let us look at the Padavibhaga Anvaya. And also importantly, I asked you to add Kalaha. Kalaha means time. So morning is preferred. Some people have asked me questions. If I'm not able to get up early in the morning, or I'm busy with a lot of activities in the morning, can I do in the evening? Definitely. Let it be a time which is what? Calm around, not too much of noise. First of all, let there not be any internal noise inside the house. Too much of running around. Sandhya Kalam is preferred, either morning or midday or evening. Both are fine. Don't do dhyanam in night. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, don't do dhyanam. Clear? That is not the time for dhyanam. Okay, that is the time for what? Studying shastras. Clear? Now look at the Padavibhaga for sloka number 11. Now first, Shuchau Deshe Pratisthapya Sthiram Asanam Atmanaha Na Ati Uchritam Na Ati Nicham. So you can actually make it Na Atyuchritam, one word. Ati plus Uchritam becomes Sandhi Vibhaga. Pada is Na Atyuchritam Na Ati Nicham. Then 𝐒𝐫𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐤. Clear? Same time every day is fine. Correct. Try to maintain regularity of the time. That's correct. Very good. So Padavibhaga is clear. Now Anvaya. Shuchau Deshe. Look at Bhagavan paying a lot of importance to the cleanliness of the place. Normally, the cleanliness comes from two aspects. Write down. One is the physical cleanliness. Another is what? There should be some kind of purity that you have to impose on the place by sprinkling little bit of water. Don't put so much of water on the place. Sprinkling water. Write down this mantra, loka you want. Apavitrah pavitro va sarva vastan gato piva yasmaret pundari ekaksham sabahya abhyantara shutihi. Clear? If you're not able to chant, Bhurbhuva Swaha, Bhurbhuva Swaha, Bhurbhuva Swaha is fine. Bhuhu, bhuva, suva is also enough. That is a purification mantra. When I take Upanishad class, I'll tell you what is the meaning of this mantra. But anyway, both are fine. That you do and make sure you put the seat and sit down. Then clean spot. Now, shuchau deshe. So spot should be extremely clean. Then I'll give you Anvaya first. Shuchau deshe. Sthiram pratisthapya. Atmanaha asanam. Chailajina kushottaram. Na atyuchritam. Na atinicham. Clear? Anvaya is clear to all of you? Clear, no? Okay. Now, meaning Shuchau deshe. So, Shuchau deshe sthiram pratisthapya atmanaha asanam chailajana kushottaram na atyuchritam na atinicham. 11 padas. Clear, no? Sri Vidya ke? Clear? 11. Very good. Vidya madam. Very good. Excellent. Now, Shuchau deshe, you all know cleanliness of the place is important. That's the reason I say that place, you don't try and do anything in that place. No vyavaharam in that place. Nah. So normally some corner you choose. Because obviously you cannot keep a center place empty for long. So in a room, and don't please do in bedroom. I'm repeating, don't do in bedroom. Even a living room is fine. Don't do in bedroom, don't do in kitchen. You can do in puja room or a living room. Clear? Sometimes study room. Well, about study room, especially for students. Study room, you can do dhyanam in that place. It's very, very powerful. Clear? Second, importantly, face north. Keep facing north is the best. East is also good. If you get northeast, it is very, very good. For example, now I'm sitting down, I'm facing northeast in my house. I'm sitting on the first floor in a different room. Okay, clear? Northeast is the best, but don't sit in an angle. For example, if the wall is like this, don't face a triangle and all. The front of your place, the wall should be straight. Are you getting the point? Don't sit cross. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Sometimes you'll not have built the house properly and then you won't get the right direction. East, west, north, south won't come correctly. So, for example, in my house, it is coming northeast is a flat wall. So I'm facing northeast. Very good. By God's grace, it has become like that. Clear? That is always see northeast, but northeast is fine. Clear? But you are not going to do dhyanam in the night. So northeast is fine. So be clear about it. Clean spot. Sthiram shuchau. Shuchau means clean. Deshe. Deshe means in. Saptami. In the place, in the spot, in the clean spot. Sthiram pratisthapya. Sthiram. One should what? Pratisthapya. Firmly fix. That means what? The seat should be firm. It should not be a rocking chair. Then what will happen? Naturally, you'll be, dancing. It is not dancing dhyana and all. All these meditation people, they're dancing dhyana, sitting there, all that they keep doing, all that's not dhyana. Okay. Don't go by any of the modern people, what the charlatans teach. This is Bhagavan is teaching. Okay. So that is why the pose, Bhagavan's pose, no? Remember Bhagavan. In fact, if you want, you can keep that picture in front of you. You can print that picture and keep it in front of you. Wonderful picture. If you look at it only, immediately you'll forget the entire world. Just see the pose and then try to make sure the same pose you're able to integrate within yourself. Clear? So one should firmly fix what? Atmanaha asanam. Atmanaha means with respect to one's body. I told you Atma means a physical body, mind, sense organs, intellect, everything. Right here it is the physical body. Atmanaha asanam. One's own seat. So one should firmly fix one's own. That means what? Don't say, "Arey bhaiya, mera seat laga do. मैं आके ध्यान कर रहा हूँ, ध्यान करने वाला हूँ." LV sir, don't put some chela or somebody to don't subcontract, putting the seat and all. Some people like to order other people do their job. Then let that person do dhyanam for you also. Clear? You put your own seat and you fold it and keep it in the right place where it is clean. Clear? No outsourcing. Have you seen in olden days, rishis, normally they will carry one danda, one kamandala and one seat. So that particular, that particular seat also they'll carry. Wherever they go, don't sit and do dhyanam, that seat they'll put and do dhyanam. Clear? So one should firmly fix one's own seat. Atmanaha asanam, Atmanaha, one's own. Asanam, seat, Ken Burjada. Nah, you should put your own seat and after that roll it up and keep it off. Do you understand what I'm saying? A, B, C, D, Ram, Kaila, Sanatan. Something is wrong with your text. Okay. Atmanaha asanam, one's own seat. And as I told you, the chair, sometimes all of you cannot sit down on the ground, right? Am I right or wrong? All of you maybe find it difficult to sit on the ground. If you're not able to sit on the ground, then don't worry. Don't say that because I can't sit on the ground, I cannot do dhyanam. I'm not actually sitting on a chair only, but I'm sitting in Ardha Padmasana right now. And I'm sitting straight. Like that, you can sit on a chair. If you cannot, sit on with Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana, put your leg down with a support and let that support be such that your leg is firmly established on that support. There should not be a gap between that support and the leg. The leg should be hanging loosely. It should not. Every organ should be firmly fixed. That means what? No movement due to external sources. Clear? So fix the seat very firmly. Bhagavan has told Chaila, Ajina, Kusha, Uttaram. That is Sandhi Vibhaga. So start from the back side. Kushaha means what? Kusha, grass. Then Ajinam means what? Skin. Then Chaila means cloth. One on top of the Uttaram. That is a traditional seat. What are we replacing nowadays? That with? Quickly, anybody? Replacing that with? You are? Raji Raghuram. Very good. You all know the answer. That's very clear. That's very easy. Order online. It will reach home. Correct? After it comes home, please wipe it. Please wipe it with the wet cloth. Apavitra, pavitrova. Do that because somebody would have done something with all that Papa will have stuck to it. So first clean it. Anything you buy from outside, please clean it. I keep saying that. Anything you buy from outside. So that is one thing. So Chaila Jina Kushottaram. Clear? And let the seat neither be na atyuchritam. Sandhi Vibhaga ati plus uchritam. Na atyuchritam should not be too high. Ati means too. Uchritam means high. Na, neither. Not too high, not too low. Na ati nicham, nor too low. Clear? That means what? The place you are sitting, some people got a fancy. They want to sit on a very high seat in a cane. Once we had, I remember one situation that happened. I used to have Swami Omkaranaji's lectures in Bangalore for 7-8 years. We had called. And Rajasagar, normally on the inaugural day, we will call some other great person to give the 10-minute inaugural speech. We fortunately, unfortunately, Guru Arpan sir, we called on Swamiji, different matam. That Swamiji wanted his seat to be at least 3 times higher than my Swamiji's seat. So he ordered a huge high stool kind of thing, and seat on that. Even to get on top of that, he had to walk up and sit on that to show that he is great. Look at the ego, you see. This Mahapariva's example, so many things Mahapariva has told in Daivatyan Porul. In fact, many times when people come to have darshan of Mahapariva, even though they are other people, Parival sit on the ground. And after the meeting was over, they will ask what happened. Then he said, I sat in Padmasana with my ankle and foot support for my back, so I should not sit on the ground. Like that, great people are actually very simple. This person put a huge seat. By the time he got down, he was shaking, that other person, after the inaugural speech. So don't choose a very high pedestal chair or some other place very high. So not too high nor too low. If you're practicing jhanam near the banks, be careful. Make sure there's some slightly elevated place where you sit down. Clear? So when you next time travel on Tirtha Yatra, now I remember that place called Rudraprayag. That Vasishta Guha is there, that is there. Rudraprayag, Karnaprayag, all those beautiful places. There is a cave, there. Right? When you go next time, you don't be in a hurry, moving from place to place. I saw 20 places, 30 places. When you visit a holy place, choose a calm location, sit down there, all that you have learned, 10-15 minutes, do dhyanam. Clear? Now you know what to do. After learning dhyanam properly, next time when you go on Tirtha Yatra, wherever you go, Any holy place, choose a calm place where there's no lot much of movement, hurry burry, all this noise and all. Sit yourself. No, take your any mobile you have got, it'll tell you which direction is north. No, sit down north, northeast, sit down there and take your some kind of asanam you take. Sit down there and do dhyanam. Clear? Is it clear? Next time, when you don't forget this, because doing dhyanam in a sacred place is very auspicious, so you can practice that. Neither too high nor too low. Clear? So far, are you clear? Now, next is after the seat, Bhagavan is now going to focus on the physical body. How should the body status should be? Now, shloka number 12. Sri Bhagavan uvacha tatraikagram manah kritva yata chittendriya kriyaha upavishyasane yunjat யோகமாத்ம விசுத்தயே.
நீங்களே பண்ணுங்க குருஜி.
என்னப்பா?
நீங்களே
பண்ணட்டுமா? டுகெதர். ஸ்ரீ பகவானுவாச தத்ரைகாக்ரம் மனः கிருத்வா யத சித்தேந்திரிய க்ரியः உபவிஷ்யாசனே யுஞ்யாத் யோகமாத்ம விசுத்தயே. So far, are you all clear? In shloka number 10 and 11, we are entering Antaranga Sadhana. So you know what kind of place to choose. Sitting alone, clean place. Physical body should not be moving, and importantly, physical and mental restraint. No desires at that time. No possessions. Don't have mobile. All that you clear? And the seat. Are you all clear? Can 5 people say you understood? Because I'll keep moving forward. As you move to the next one, you should not forget the previous one. Clear? Huh? Okay, very good. Okay. Now, after putting the seat, it is not for somebody else to sit. You have to sit on that seat, whatever seat you have put. So seated there on that seat which you have prepared. So initially, look what is so elaborate. When you start practicing, it becomes very, very simple. All this 10 seconds, 20 seconds work. Clear? Just only just 10 seconds. Clear? Don't think it's all elaborate. But do it, it's good. Okay. Seated there on the seat. First point. Second, having restrained the activities of mind and sense organs. Very important. So, please see. Bhagavan told, Etachittatma nirashihi aparigraha. Bhagavan is re-emphasizing here, having restrained the activities of the mind and sense organs. So why we are recommending early morning or sometimes evening is, early morning is the time, hopefully you are not either too hungry or you are not too full. Correct? Nah. By 10, 11 o'clock, either you are too full or too hungry. In the evening also, in the night also, no, it's not a good time. So, your sense organs, both karmendriya and jnanendriya, should not be seeking out for something. Your tongue should not be saying, oh, if I have good juice, what will happen? So every sense organ should not be chasing some sense objects. Are you getting the point? Nah. So, mind should be more or less what? Free and without disturbance, having restrained the activities of the mind. Most important thing. Oh, there are techniques now. After this, Bhagavan is going to talk about how to calm the mind and make sure that the mind doesn't have any activities. So for that, the first step is after sitting down, you have to do pranayama. When you do pranayama, observe the breath. The mind naturally starts getting away from worldly thoughts. I will teach you the technique when I'm doing practical demonstration. So having restrained the activities of the mind and sense organs, next, having made the mind one-pointed. Now, this is where the challenge starts coming. How do you make the mind one-pointed? So, Before the start of the 6th chapter, end of 5th chapter, Bhagavan has talked about pranayama. Yes or no? I forgot. Preparatory steps for dhyanam. So that particular set of shlokas, the last 2-3 shlokas, you have to bring it as part of dhyanam. And so when you practice what? Pranayama and dharana. Dharana means where you make your mind one-pointed. Now I'll tell you what are techniques to get the mind one-pointed. Initially, if you are not able to do Atma Dhyanam or Nididhyasanam, try to have a picture of a stable object. Like normally, I would suggest you take a flame. You all know how a flame is? That means what? You should not have too much difficulty in making a picture of that when you close your eyes. You all do light a lamp, no? Deepam Jyoti Param Brahma, Deepam Jyoti Parayanam, Deepena Sadhyate Lakshmi, Sandhya Deepam Namostute. You're seeing a flame or not? Flame or a flower that you are normally able to connect with. You close your eyes and visualize that particular form of whatever. Preferably, let us keep for the sake of discussion, a flame. A flame will have a particular form and it is the nature of light. It has got what? Natural light that is there and it is bereft of darkness. So when you imagine the particular flame, perfectly, your entire mind inside will be filled with light. That has been my experience. Now, when you start practicing over a period of time, it will become like that. Clear? So, when you close your eyes, the light of that flame, though what? It is not there. You have picturized that flame. How to become one-pointed? Are you understanding? Mind should be one-pointed. How to make the mind one-pointed is what I'm talking about. Visualize a flame in your mind. Now, before that, before getting into the process of picturizing a particular object for what? What for? Not for the sake of the object. For getting one-pointedness of the mind. Are you with me? Clear? Are you clear? That means what? The mind should not go and think about something else. The mind should be focused. That means what? I am existing and that object or the flame, or we have further discussion when flame is existing and I am focusing on the flame. That is all. Other than these 3 thoughts, nothing else should be there. Radhasagar, are you understanding what I'm saying? I am existing and even your existence, you should be bereft of my physical body, that I am so and so, this is my name, my position, my wife, my children, my age, nothing. I am existing as a conscious entity and there is an object that is in front of me, a flame, picture of the flame and I am looking at the flame. Clear? Only 3 thoughts. Now, before that, what should you do for restraining the mind and sense organs? I'll revise that. I told you, at the end of the 5th chapter, Bhagavan talked about pranayama. Pranayama means what? Prana means your life force, the breath. Yama means what? Control. So Yama is called what? A controller. Clear? Yama means controlling of the breath. How do you do? Now all of you sit down properly. Sit straight. God's photo image is external. After closing the eyes, God's photo. See, somebody asked God's photo. If you get God's photo, there are too many areas of the God you have to focus on. Suppose there is Ganapati. God's photo you want to visualize. Where all you will, when you close your eyes, you will focus on. You will focus on the eyes or the trumpet or the stomach or the head or the tusk. Where will you focus? Are you getting what I'm saying? Somebody has God's photo. Fine. But in a God, what happens? Too many things are there, including sometimes the abharanam. What? The ornament the person is wearing. different postures also. Are you getting the point? So better choose an object for one-pointedness. When you come to finally Nididhyasana, it is different. I am trying to teach you the method of getting 1 point. So one-pointedness. Clear so far? Now go to pranayama. How to do pranayama? I'll teach you simple pranayama. Don't complicate. What is the way to do? Okay. So either use your hand or without the hand also you try. Inhale from the left nostril and exhale from the right nostril. So initially it is difficult without using your hand. So use your thumb and your ring finger. The thumb should rest on the right nostril. The ring finger should rest on the left. Always practice. You have to practice. That's why it is there. It is a practical session. If you don't practice now, you will not be able to learn anything. Okay. You close your right nostril and inhale. When you inhale, sound should come. Okay. Initially, it will not come because you have not been practicing properly the breathing. So now, before even inhaling, the best is close your right nostril. First exhale. So do a strong exhalation. So when you exhale, your stomach should go inside. Okay. So when you exhale, first do exhalation. Then some sound can come. Then you close your right nostril and inhale. When you inhale, you should be able to feel the air passing through your left nostril. You're able to feel? You should be able to feel. Are you able to feel that? And the air should fill your stomach. Just practice once, okay? And inhale to the extent that you can inhale continuously without a break. Okay, till then you inhale. This is called what? Purakam. In pranayama, there are 3 steps. Okay, kumbhakam, purakam, kumbhakam, and rechakam. Purakam is filling. Filling of the stomach with air is the first step. Kumbhakam, retention. Retain the air for as many seconds as your system allows you, depending on your capability. When you start, maybe for 5 seconds, then 10 seconds. An expert in pranayama, you can catch the breath for even 2-3 minutes also, but don't try it now. Rajanuji Purnida. So, just hold the breath. That's it. And observe that the breath is not escaping from any part of the body, neither through the mouth, nor through the ear, nor through the nose. Who are clear? And the stomach is still what? Full. With air, not with the bonda, vada, idli and all. Correct? When you do proper pranayama, all the bonda, vada, idli will get just jirnam like anything. Okay, clear? Then, after that, you hold after you now held both the nostrils. Now you hold only the left nostril. Push the next left nostril and exhale from the right nostril. Exhalation should also be for maximum period of time. Now I'm not giving you ratio and all. Whatever percentage you can do, you do. Later on, we'll talk about the ratio 1:2:1, 1:3:1. All those things we'll practice later. But right now, maximize first exhalation, then inhalation, then retention, then exhalation. This is one routine. Clear? After that, it is only inhalation, retention, exhalation. For this period of time, whatever you are doing, one cycle may take about a minute if you are very, very cautious. Krishna, you're correct? Even now, when you are doing this pranayama, I will come to the how long. However long you can hold the breath, however long you can inhale, however long you can hold, However long you can exhale. Right now, I told you that I'm not teaching you the percentage. First practice. First learn the steps properly. Clear? Are you so far with me or not? Can three of you say at least you are understanding what I'm saying? Clear? Okay. So, okay. Please don't put questions in between. I'll lose my train of thought. You put all questions later. Okay. I'm giving you all information in advance itself. There's no need for asking any questions in between because very serious subject. Okay. Thank you. Now, so even in this 1 minute cycle that you're doing, okay, inhalation, retention, exhalation, roughly a minute or maybe 30-40 seconds, are able to withdraw from the world or not? Raji Raghuraman, please tell me. If you're focusing on the breath, it is what? I can do it for a long period, but I don't have time to give the whole sequence. But please understand, even during this cycle of one, where you're observing only the air entering the left nostril, then the air filling up your stomach, entire body, and air exhalation that is happening outside the right nostril, are able to withdraw from all unnecessary thoughts or not? Whatever is bothering you, your office pressure, wife pressure, husband pressure, children pressure, that, Vimal, weather is a problem, all those things, political, you are able to withdraw or not? Clear? See, simple pranayama, observing the breath itself will take your mind away from the world. Only thing is you should know, somebody has to sit down and teach you, then for this time you'll do. After I leave the class, everything is gone. You are not interested in what to catch hold of outside. Yes or no? That is why discipline is required. Clear? So far you're clear now? How to withdraw the mind and sense organs from all other activities. Can somebody write now? Withdrawal of mind and sense organs you do by the pranayama that Bhagavan has taught you in what is indicated. I'm giving you detailed steps. So inhalation, retention, exhalation. Do it with lot of devotion. The next step in pranayama is when you're inhaling, you have the thought in the mind that you are acquiring all good qualities. That is why we studied Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. All the sattvic qualities are entering your system. That thought you have, it is a thought. That all the gunas, in Sattva Guna, all those things, truthfulness, simplicity, friendliness, kindness, patience, devotion, righteousness. I listed all the qualities. Okay, write down all these things. Okay, now empathy, ability to support other people, all those kind of things, all the good qualities while inhaling. So when you're inhaling, now next I'm increase the level of complexity. So it's imagination that all the good qualities are entering the mind, and then you are closing your nostrils and imagining you are acquired a lot of good qualities. Then when you're exhaling, all the bad qualities, bad thoughts that are there in you are getting out of the system. That is actually even the pranayama that you have. After exhalation, Ram Kailas, we say, Om Apo Jyotiraso Amritam Brahmabhutvasvarom. We touch the right ear, normally doing pranayama. That is because the hand is dirty after exhalation, technically with wrong thoughts, bad thoughts. And Ram Subbu, it is believed that Ganga is there in the right ear. So we touch this to purify it before we start the next pranayama cycle. Clear? One pranayama cycle, if you do correctly, for an expert, one pranayama will take 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. For a beginner, it will be 30 seconds or 45 seconds. I'm giving an indication. Nah, you time yourself. Are you getting the point? So, and people with heart problem, BP and all, be careful. Don't try to, Rome was not built in a day. Something will not happen suddenly tomorrow. Slowly start increasing. As I said, if you're doing 20 seconds today, tomorrow do 22 seconds, 25 seconds. Okay, like that, you keep on extending. Then you see if you can reach 1 minute, it is really very good. One cycle of pranayama, if you do for 1 minute, is extremely good. You'll get very high marks in pranayama. Clear? So far, is it clear? And is it not very practical now? When you do even one cycle of pranayama properly, your mind is totally withdrawn from the world. Yes or no? Nah. Many people say, sir, I don't have any peace of mind, sir. I simply sit down in one place and practice this pranayama. If you do one itself, mind becomes very clear, clean and clear. If you do 10, 12, 16, 24, you will totally forget the world. So these two, okay? Now, somebody has got problem with the finger, right? So technically, it is the thumb and the ring finger. Difficult means you can use thumb and these last two fingers. Both are fine, depending on your convenience. So these are not very important. Important is the thumb should be touching the right nostril. Index finger should touch the left nostril. If one more finger is coming, it's okay. Are you clear so far? Yeah. Have you all learned the basic pranayama, inhalation, retention, exhalation? Is it easy or not? Now, the next level of pranayama. I have done postdoctorate, not technically in writing, but I have done deep research on pranayama. I am teaching only 10% what I have learned, but this is enough for you. Next level of pranayama, when you are inhaling and after inhalation, you are retaining the breath in your system, whichever place your body has got a physical discomfiture. That means what? Some physical pain, uneasiness is there. Direct your mind towards that place. Are you getting what I'm saying? That means what? Suppose, actually, I got a very big sprain on my left leg in a 𝐒𝐵𝐚𝐿. I'm unable to walk, actually, to be frank. I actually had a big sprain. But even then, when I'm doing sit down and doing pranayama, I forget all the pain. So what you do is, when you inhale and hold the breath, let the mind focus on the place where that pain is there. And technically, you are breathing in and out for that particular location. Clear? Huh? That means what? Every cell, there is a cell in every part of the body, yes or no? So there is a cell that is there where in my ankle today there is a problem. So mentally, you inhale, you are what? Breathing for that particular place. That means what? Mentally, you are making it well. It's called mental healing. Mentally healing all parts of the body. So technically, if you don't have any pain, you move from the toe to all parts of the body and then up to the head, or head to toe, both are fine. Your mind should traverse different parts of the body, traverse and think about all parts of the body. That now I am physically very, very healthy. Are you getting the point? Pranayama has got so much of benefit. In one pranayama, Radhasagar, you are able to heal all parts of the body. Your mind is withdrawn from the world. Definitely you will not be sleeping. Correct? Ganesh Ramurthy, madam, are you okay? He said you went to hospital. You're okay now, no? If you practice all this pranayama, no hospital will get any bill. Please understand that. And the entire body is energized. And don't yawn. Don't yawn. Don't do all those things while doing before meditation and all. It should be very, very what? Wash your face well. Keep yourself energetic before going to dhyanam. And don't drink too much of water or other things and all. So make sure your stomach is relatively empty while doing dhyanam. Too much of food in the stomach will make you go to sleep. And nothing in the stomach will also make you go to sleep or ask for food. Are you getting the point? By the time you do 3-4 pranayama, whatever food is left in the body should be fully digested. That's what will happen. And this sattvic way of trying to energize the body. Are you clear? So you're physically extremely healthy, mentally extremely calm, totally withdrawn from the world. You're almost there to start meditation. Are you clear now? So this is how you practice what? Restraining the activities of mind and sense organs. Where is mind? Where is sense organ? It's all in pranayama. Your mind, your thought, everything is with respect to even your sense organs. So your karmendriya, jnanendriya, you are breathing for your ear, for your eyes, for your nose, for your tongue, for your skin, for your physical body, wherever there's pain. Are you getting the point now? You now experience yourself as what? Prānāyāma Kosha. You're moving from the physical body, Annamaya Kosha, to Prānāmaya Kosha. Actually, that's the internal structure within the physical body, that is matter. There is only air that is circulating throughout the body. Please understand. Na Kayame idu poyyada, kaatadaitha payyada. One Siddhar told in Tamil. This physical body is just a superficial covering for the air that is there inside. Enna Bala Natarajan? The air has to be properly functioning. Vayu, prana. Then only all activities will be performing properly. Whether it is even food also, to digest, circulate, to integrate in the body. Pranayama is the highest and best yoga you can practice easily. Nah, don't need to know if you can practice Sarvangasana, Shirasasana, Kurumasana, Mayurasana, all that is fine. But Pranayama is very easy or not, all of you. Whether it is Sri, Purusha, and that is the highest benefit. Please understand, it takes care of everything. In fact, after this 2 Pranayama, you will be very hungry. Now, people in India, Satish Nistal, extra breakfast ivattu. Clear? Now, so now you are clear how to restrain active mind and sense organs? Clear. Then how to make the mind one-pointed? So for discussion, we have taken a flame. Then what you do after now? So first you sit down. No, let us do one full round now. Sit down. All of you sit down straight. Then in the next sloka, Bhagavan is going to say, Samam Kaya Shiro Grivam. I'm teaching you in upfront itself. Let your back be straight. That means what? You should not be bending like this. Clear? Always, if you go back to your younger days, your grandfather says, sit erect. Correct? Always sit erect. And don't put a lot of pressure. Naturally, it should be erect. Okay? Don't forcibly, push your tummy inside and all. Let your tummy, if you got tummy, you can't help it. Relax. First relax. Clear? Then just take a couple of deep breath. Then start the cycle. Then sit erect. Keep your eyes open. No need to close the eyes now. Okay? First, then exhale. That means what? You catch your left nostril, exhale to right nostril, and make sure your tummy goes inside now. So to the extent that you feel you don't need the oxygen internal intake, you can exhale. Kera. Then after that, close your right nostril. And when you inhale slowly. Don't inhale too much air in too little time. Everything should be done slowly. Pranayama should be done slowly. Don't do like that. Okay? No? And don't need to do in 2-3 pockets. Okay? Some people do one round. Okay? So, inhale fully. Clear? How much ever you can, just that your stomach completely comes full. Clear? Then hold the breath. Then when holding the breath, I told you to think about those aspects, those locations in the body which has got any pain or some kind of discomfort. Focus the mind on that. Let me tell you, if you're very consistent, without any external medicine, over a period of time, you can heal that. Pranayama has got tremendous healing capability. Clear? So, this is pranayama without any mantra. For people who have got Upanayana Samskaram, I will teach you later Sandhyavandhanam. When you do with mantra, you become a real yogi, I'm telling you. When you do daily pranayama 12-16 times, 3 times a day before Gayatri Japam, gain. Whatever you touch will become gold. Andamari power kadaikum. But we are not able to harness the power that is given to us free of cost. You want to pay money and go to some meditation course. some engineering, some re-engineering, some art, some nonsense, some garbage. Traditionally, if you learn correctly what has been told in our Shastras, you can be greater than those kind of yogis with kind of all the turban and nonsense people. Clear? Without turban, you can become great. Some people need turban to become great. Please understand that. You don't need turban, you don't need beard. You can be what you are, you can become great. You yourself can become a yogi. So please understand, each one of you can become a great yogi by practicing things told traditionally as per Bhagavad Gita. Please understand. I cannot keep on saying n number of times. But our Papa Samskara is so high that we go behind charlatans, nonsense people, pay money, waste the money. Brother Sagar, in this 15 minutes of practice, are you not able to achieve two things? Are you not slightly 1% more healthier physically? 1% more healthier mentally? 1% better off in withdrawing the mind from the world? Are you not able to achieve that? So what we'll do is, every class from now on, for the first 10 minutes or 5 minutes, we'll practice this. Is it okay? I kept doing this for now, 2003, 20 years now. And every time what happens, as long as I do the class, they do this. After that, gone. So that's why I say, beginning of the class, we'll keep on doing. So from now on, we will start doing this, at least during the class, in the beginning, 5 minutes. Subramanian sir, clear? So having what? Made the mind one-pointed. So what happens? The picture of a flame you invoke in the mind, and it's as if you are seeing that flame. And when you look at the flame, when you close your eyes, there are 2 or 3 kinds of what feeling you will get. One, this total darkness inside. Sometimes there is total light inside. Sometimes mixed feeling, dark and light. If you're able to start focusing on the light, the Deepam continuously, even you may be sitting in a dark room, internally the whole, your vision will be one of light. One of what? Transparent light. I can only share the experience. I cannot make a visual picture and show you. I can show you some people can put some picture and show, but you understand what I'm saying? So the light that's why light is very good, because it fills your mind with light, and that light can be extended to knowledge and finally consciousness. That's how I want to take you slowly towards Atma Dhyanam. Clear? And so far clear? Making the mind one-pointed, one should practice Dhyana Yoga for mental purification. So Bhagavan is saying, do Dhyana Yoga first for mental purification. Then do Dhyana, Atma Dhyanam, for integrating the Jnanam that you have got with your emotional quotient, which is called as Nididhyasanam. Clear? There are 2 stages of Dhyanam: mental purification and Nididhyasanam, self-actualization or no self-realization. Can you now do you understand the greatness of Dhyanam? And before Dhyanam, the practice that you do of Pranayama and Dharana. Dharana is what you're doing is Dharana. The single pointedness. Ekagra Chittam. So now what all you have now done? Go to Ashtanga Yoga now. Sir, we are taking Patanjali Yoga, Patanjali course I signed up for. Yoga course. Nonsense. What is it? What are the steps? Yama, Niyama are all qualities you have to imbibe. What to do, what not to do. That's what you are taught you as part of Karma Yoga. Yama, Niyama, Asana, sitting down. Real clear. You all are expert in Asana. Nobody can teach you Asana better than this. So far, it is clear about all aspects of Asana. You revise this many times. Recording, okay. Then Asana, then Prana. So Yama, Niyama, Asana, Prānāyāma. Pratyahara, withdraw. I told you, no possessions, physical, mental. Everything is given up. Withdraw from everything. Okay, that means what? I don't hold on to anything. Then Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana. Dharana means one-pointed focus, single-pointed focus, that you're now getting that particular object, Deepam. Then only Dhyana happens. Clear? Then next point is how the practice of Dhyanam happens. We'll continue next class. Then when you practice dhyanam for n number of years, for decades, you attain samadhi. That means what? That is a different state. I'll tell you, there are 4 levels of samadhi. I'll tell you later. But that's how the process of Patanjali's Yoga Shastra is there. Bhagavan has taken the elements of that, elements of the Vedic way of meditation, integrated. Bhagavan has been integrated dhyanam, which no one gives. And Bhagavan is given. Clear? Radhika Mukund, you understood? All of you understood the steps now? We'll chant the sloka and end the class. Then we'll continue. Sri Bhagavan uvacha tatraikagram manah kritva yata chittendriya kriyaha upavishyasane yunjyad yogamatma vishuddhaye om shanti shanti shanti. So have you learned the first 2 steps of Antaranga Sadhana clear now? How to sit or to do pranayama. Now some very good news for a lot of you. The good news is that Periva is now camping in Tirupati. And most likely he may be visiting Bangalore after that. So a few of us from Bangalore are going to have darshan of Periva and submit our Sashtanga pranams to Periva to grace us in Bangalore. It is very, very important that we as Bangalore Nivasis go and do that. So we on Saturday and Sunday, a few of us from Bangalore will be going to Tirupati to have darshan. So good news, Radhasagar, no class. No class on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday morning India time, and most likely will be with Periva only all the time. 7:30 is very difficult. Even if I sit there and try to do with Periva, you have to be waiting when you will be able to have darshan and submit to him. So no classes. So what we should do? Haram. Whoever wants to join can come. Saturday morning, 7 o'clock. We're going to leave from Bangalore at 4 o'clock. 7 o'clock, we will be in Tirupati base camp. The Kanchi Mutt there is, I'll send the location today in the WhatsApp, that vision group. Whoever is able to come, please come. Whether you don't even necessarily be in Bangalore, you can be in any other place, Chennai, or I got enough information now. Saturday, today is Thursday, exactly 48 hours from now, we'll be with Periva in Tirupati camp. Clear, huh? So very nice place. If possible, we'll go and have darshan of Tirumala also. That we are going to do on Saturday morning. I'll be there till Sunday afternoon. I'm there in the Mutt. After that, I'm coming back. So no classes. Relax. Radhasagar, what should you do? So Sundar Mama and our distribution team, please leave all the recordings, last week recordings as it is. All the Shraddhatra Vibhaga, go and revise the lessons. Practice pranayama. Practice asana. Listen to this particular. Every word that has been told here is very important. So please go and revise this traditional meditation. So the way I used to study earlier, Subramanian sir, I will stop. I will listen to some portion, then practice, then continue, stop. Like that, you keep on practicing every step. It takes maybe years to establish some amount of proficiency in these 2 things, asana and sitting down properly, firmly sitting. Both these things will take a lot of time. So practice. Clear, huh? Are you going to do or not? Do that. And we'll come back next Thursday. It means 1 week from now is the next class. Hopefully when we sit for dhyanam, Antaranga Sadhana will be very, very efficient, and we can start quickly without need for me to once again teach the process. Clear, huh? Are you okay? Already? Ready for the challenge? Okay? Okay. We'll stop here. And now we will have Shankara Stotra, Shankara Jayanti, and then we'll have Gita Samvatsara Vaibhavam. So please reschedule. Bhagi madam, that Gita chanting, you please reschedule, and our Vishwajit, I will reschedule the Shankara Jayanti chanting. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay. Who's chanting today?
Namaste Guruji. Rajendran is going to chant.
Very good, very good.
Namaste Guruji. Gurubhyo Namaha. Acharya Devtabhyo Namaha. I'm going to be chanting Subramanya Bhujangam. Before that, just a quick note about the Bhujangam itself. When Adi Shankara was gaining worldwide recognition for his teaching of Advaita, and he was going to be nearly given the title of Jagat Guru, there was one particular person from some other religion who got jealous and cast a black magic on Adi Shankara, because of which he had excruciating stomachache. So under the direction of Lord Shiva, he goes to Trichandur to pray to Jnanaskanda, that is the name of Muruga there. So when he goes there, he finds that Devatas and Munis and Rishis and so many celestial beings are worshipping and offering their obeisance to Lord Muruga. And he also sees Adiseshan, the divine snake, doing a pushparchana. So at that moment, this Subramanya Bhujangam Stotram sprouts from his mouth, and it is said to be set to tune of Bhujangam, which means the movement of snake. So Adi Shankara then recites this. I don't know if I am following that same tune or not, but I've selected 10 of the shlokas because total is 33. I don't have the time for the entire chanting of 33, so I'll just do about 10. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Devatabhyo Acharya Devabhyo Namaha. Sada Bala Rupapi Vignadrihantri Mahadanti Bhaktrapi Panchasya Manya Vidhendradi Mrigya Ganesha Vidhame Vidhattam Shriyam Kapi Kalyana Murti न जानामि शब्दं न जानामि चार्थं न जानामि पद्यं न जानामि गद्यं चिदेका षडास्या हृदि द्योतते मे मुखान्निस्सरन्ते गिरश्चापि चित्रम् मयूराधिरूढं महावाक्यगूढं मनोहारिदेहं महच्चित्तगेहम् महीदेवदेवं महावेदभावं महादेवबालं भजे लोकपालम् यथाब्धेस्तरङ्गालयं यन्ति तुङ्गास्तथैवापदः सन्निधौ सेवतां मे इति वोर्मि पङ्क्तिनृणां दर्शयन्तं सदा भावये हृत्सरोजे गुहं तम् प्रणद्दं सखे मञ्जुलेत्यन्तशोणे मनोहारिलावण्यपीयूषपूर्णे मनः षट्पदो मे भवक्लेशतप्तः सदा मोदतां स्कन्दते पादपद्मे इहायाहि वत्सेति हस्तान् प्रसार्य त्वयद्यातराच्छङ्करे मातुरङ्गात् समुत्पत्यतातं श्रयन्तं कुमारं हराश्लिष्टगात्रं भजे बालमूर्तिम् प्रशान्तेन्द्रिये नष्टसंज्ञे विचेष्टे कपोद्गारिवक्त्रे भयोत्कम्पि गात्रे प्रयाणोन्मुखे मय्यनाते तदानीं धृतं मे दयाळो भवाग्रे ध्वान्तम् अपस्मारकुष्ठक्षयार्क्षप्रमेहज्वरोन्मादिगुल्मादि रोगा महान्तः पिशाचाश्च सर्वे भवत्पत्रभूतिं विलोक्य क्षणात् तारकारे द्रवन्ते जनित्री पिता च स्वपुत्रापराधं सहेतेन किं देवसेनाधिनाथ अहं चाति बालो भवान् लोकतात क्षमस्वापराधं समस्तं महेश नमः केकिने शक्तये चाभितुभ्यं नमः चागतुभ्यं नमः कुक्कुटाय नमः सिन्धवे सिन्धुदेशाय तुभ्यं पुनस्कन्दमूर्ते नमस्ते नमोस्तु
Om Shanti Shanti
Shanti
Shanti.
Shanti.
Very good. Rajan sir, excellent chanting, very devotional, very soulful chanting. Let me tell all of you, please learn Subramanya. I'll teach if you want. It's the most auspicious, wonderful shloka that you can chant. And Mahabharata was told, if you want to worship one God, all devatas in one God is Subramanya Swami. That's how Subramanya Swami was actually created. All aspects of all gods are there, and when you worship with this particular shloka, you will be rid of all the rogas, no ill health, absolute perfect. You see, today you got everything together. See, you got pranayama, you got introduction to dhyana, and our Rajan has chanted Subramanya all together. So all of you will be blessed with wonderful health, peace of mind, serenity and calmness. Clear? Excellent chanting. Now, Gita Samvatsara, who is chanting, please? Rajasagar.
Namaskaram, Guruji. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atah Panchadashodhyayah. Utkramantam Sthitam Vapi Bhunjanam Vagunanvitam Vimudhananupashyanti Pashyanti Chakyana Chakshushaha Yathanto Yoginaschainam Pasyantyatmanyavastitam Yatanto Pyakrutatmano Nainam Pashyanta Chetasaha Yadadityagatam Tejo Jagadbhasayate Khilam Yachandramasi Yachagno Tattejo Vidhi Mamakam Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayamyaham Pushnami Chaushadhi Sarvaha Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritaha Prānāpāna Samayuktaha Pachamyannam Chaturvidham Sarvasya Chaham Hidi Sannivishto Mattasmritirjnana Mapohanam Cha Vedaischa Sarvairahameva Vedyo Vedanta Krudveda Videva Chaham Dvavimau Purusho Loke Charakshakshara Eva Cha Kshara Sarvani Bhutani Kutastokshara Uchyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Very good. Excellent chanting, Rajasagar. So today you had a
Namaskaram, Guruji.
complete
Thank you.
package. This is enough for you to revise for next 3 classes. Almost close to 1.5 hours. Half an hour you revise the next 3 classes. And we'll come back with Periva's Anugraham next Thursday's class, and hopefully we'll see. If Periva comes to Bangalore, more people can come to Bangalore. So anybody who is interested to join, please send a message to me privately. I'll tell you where to meet together in Tirupati, and we can have darshan together. We'll stop it. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu. Samasta San Mangalani Bhavantu Satyayata. Hari Om Narayana.